Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Amber and I'm so glad that you've joined me today. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning friend, thank you so much for joining me for my weigh-in Wednesday, the day of the week when I give you an update on my 103-pound weight loss journey. I've not arrived yet, but I am on my way. So last Wednesday, I said I was 187.8. So what did the scale say today? Oh my goodness, so many weeks I say this, but it bears repeating. I was not expecting great things today because, I don't know, it's been super busy. I keep saying that, you guys, but it's that time of year. Authentically Amber and her household is getting ready for company. My sister and her husband are coming from Pennsylvania next week, and my nephew and his wife and 2 kids are coming from Alabama next week. So we will have a house full, and we're all super, super excited, but there's a lot of preparations that go into not only hosting Thanksgiving, but just getting the house ready. So we are so excited for some good family time, and I hope you guys are too. So how did my week go? Well, a lot of running around, a lot of errands. Sunday, we had a wedding to attend, which was beautiful. I will say at the reception, there was a lot of pasta and cheese and crackers, and we were starving. So there's that. That's kind of one of the reasons why I said I wasn't expecting great things. But other than that, I would say I did fairly well. I don't think I really ate out much. One day I did get the chicken tortilla soup at Chick-fil-A, which I know from when I was on Weight Watchers, it is high in points. So yeah, I had that one day, but aside from that, I really haven't had anything that was like extra, but I also have not had time really for exercise. So that is one of my focus points for the coming week for sure. Just making some time for me somewhere in the midst of the craziness. But yeah, so today hopped on the scale and it said 188.2. So I'm up 10 ounces. It could be worse. So I'm not going to get my knickers in a knot over it. I'm just going to keep plowing forward, right? So sometimes I like to show this picture because it brings me so much inspiration. Look at this picture, you guys. This is at my daughter-in-law's bridal shower. Let's see, it'll be 3 years in December. So this is when I was at the height of my weight at 248 pounds. And this is me today at 188. So I love this picture. I love it because, I can really see how far I have come. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I remember sitting there on the couch at her mom's house and I could hardly breathe. I would have to kind of sit on the edge of the couch to kind of catch my breath, almost like when you're pregnant, just because I had a lot of weight around the middle. I had 3 abdominal surgeries, and then I was thrust into surgical menopause, and I was just gaining weight. I feel like I was gaining weight by the day. But yeah, there was a lot happening during that time. But I am super excited to be on this side, having lost 60 plus pounds. I can tell you that. And I've said this before, but when I was at 248 pounds, I was not in a good place health-wise. All of my labs were bad. I was pre-diabetic. My cholesterol was bad. Everything was bad. Now everything's in the normal range. I am happy to say. Amazing the correlation there between the number on the scale and the lab results, right? So that is the name of the game. That is the main reason for my goal. My goal is to reach 145 pounds, but the main reason is to be as healthy as I can and to be as far away from cancer as I possibly can, being a cancer survivor. So that's where I am, 188.2, and I am not giving up. I will say this about hubby, because he's in the same boat as I am in terms of not giving up and eye on the prize. It's funny because up until May, hubby wanted to lose weight. You know, here I've been on this weight loss journey for 2.5 years. He wanted to lose weight, but I guess it might seem a little harsh, but he really didn't do anything about it. He would do, you know, some exercising here and there, and he would try to make healthy choices. But I mean, really like gazelle intensity. It didn't the light bulb did not really go on for him until around the time of my daughter's wedding, when he had to get a suit and he had to get fitted for this suit. He was not happy about how he looked in this suit, which, you know, he didn't look that bad. Funny, he wore the same suit this last Sunday for this wedding that we attended, and there was seriously like a gap in the waistband of like this much. He's lost 31 or 32 pounds now, at least since May. It's amazing. You know, he just thinks about losing weight and he loses 30 pounds. But he has worked very hard and he's continuing to do that. And I'm so proud of him, really. So proud of him. So he has a bunch more to lose, but he is on his way too. I thought it would be good. Sometime back, several months back, I did a series on the 12 keys for weight loss. Yeah, 12. I numbered my little flashcards. So I just wanted to briefly go through them because it's a great refresher for us all, honestly. So, because sometimes you just have to go back to the basics, especially leading into the holidays, you guys. I will say, when my sister comes, she makes the best chocolate drop cookies like our mom used to make. So I will be having some of those. And we will be making some chocolate chip cookies for everyone, and self included. I really only want them when they're fresh, hot out of the oven. But anyway, we will be having goodies, but I do plan to be as active as possible. And honestly, from the time my sister gets here until she leaves, it's less than a week. So I have less than a week of fun times. And then it's back to the basics here. So let's remind ourselves about what are the basics. So these are just things that I came up with, just thinking about the key ingredients for weight loss, and particularly for long-term weight loss. So I thought I'd share them with you today. The first one being mindset, because, you know, where the mind goes, the body follows, right? So it's so important what we're putting into our minds in many, many ways. But, you know, if you want to be healthy in every way, mentally, emotionally, I just encourage you to get in the Word of God. It is life. It is the only living book. And that is where God speaks to us, and we're encouraged, and how we need that in these times. So once we get things right in our mind, and then we just need to be careful about what we, you know, there used to be a song, oh, be careful little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful little ears, what you hear. You know, that is so true. And there's a reason for that, because everything does have a cause and effect, right? But regarding weight loss, mindset is so important, because, you know, if you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. So believe in yourself. Make up your mind that you want to be the healthiest version of you that you can be, and go from there. The second one is sleep, and I have talked about this so much, so important, and this is something I am working on. Definitely an area that I need to improve on, trying to get in bed no later than 9:30, and then maybe do some reading and off to sleep by 10. I feel better once I get my rest well before midnight. So encourage you to focus on sleep, because that also in turn affects our metabolism, as well as, I mentioned this before, but about the hunger hormones, to balance those out. And in Dr. Don Colbert's book, Let Food Be Your Medicine, he talks about that, about sleep. So really important in terms of the hormone balance. The third key is clean eating. Someone left a comment in, I believe it was last week's video, on what kind of diet am I doing. So this is where I will answer your question. Clean eating, that is what the name of the game is for me. I started off this journey on Weight Watchers, and I did that and up until last spring. But I really wasn't seeing any movement for about a year, it seemed. And then I just kind of, I lost my faith in WW. So now I am tracking on the Lose It app, although I have to say lately tracking has not been consistent with me. So that's another area to work on. But clean eating is what I am doing. So that means lots of chicken and fish. If I have red meat, which we did have roast just 2 nights ago. So if we do have red meat, it's usually just once a week. And just focusing on fruits and vegetables, foods in closest to their natural state. That is my goal. So yes, I do eat prepackaged things. I have said this before. I do have Campbell's tomato soup sometimes. I do have goldfish as a snack. I do have veggie straws sometimes. You know, things like that. But for the most part, we have a lot of salads, a lot of fresh vegetables, and things of that nature. So as much of whole foods and clean eating as possible, that is my focus. So that's that. The fourth key is exercise. And lately my exercise has been gardening. I've been transplanting a bunch of plants out front, and I still have a little bit more to do that. We've had somewhat of a cold snap here in the 40s. That's impressive for the southwest coast of Florida. Of course, today I think it was reached 80. But we have been colder at night, which is nice. But I have some more time to get out there and do a little bit more gardening. But I really, I said it was my goal last week to kind of do the Zaz machine or the treadmill or the rowing machine. None of that happened. Let's just be real. Holiday planning has happened. So, you know, and that is a great segue to this balance, because sometimes life happens and that's okay. So grace, balance is so important. So, you know, sometimes life is just busy. We've got a lot going on. My daughter-in-law's baby shower is coming up and we're so excited. Our first grandbaby is coming in January, and Grammy and Poppy are super excited. Cannot wait to hold this precious little one. So a lot has been happening with our new grandbaby coming. A lot of family things, and it's all good stuff, but sometimes life is just busy. And, you know, so we just have to allow ourselves a little more grace. The sixth key is healthcare, and I'm putting under the heading of healthcare, getting your regular checkups from your doctors. That means your GYN, your primary care, your eye doctor, whatever doctors you see. If you see a cardiologist, you know, neurologist, whoever you see on a regular basis that you need to follow up with, I encourage you to do that. It really can mean the difference between life and death. So it is important. And this is your friendly announcement, friendly reminder to get your annual mammogram, because that really can save lives. The seventh item is water. Drink your water. Our bodies are made up of so much water, and I'm always drinking, always. But you will feel better. Sometimes people comment on what nice skin I have, which is very nice. But and it's funny because I don't really think about that, but that's very nice of people to comment on. But I have to say, it is about what you're eating and drinking. So drink a lot of water, eat your veggies, and it will show up in your skin, because our cells have to revitalize and replenish themselves. And, those vegetables and fruits are what our body really needs. So I encourage you in that regard. Number 8, this is a great reminder for this time of year. Portions. Sometimes when we'll have the kids over for a family dinner, I'll just be taking up my plate and not even realize how much I'm taking up, because my mind is elsewhere. There's a lot going on, a lot of people around, a lot of people talking. Mom, 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 And I'm like, why am I taking up this much food? I'm never going to eat this. So this is a good time of year, good reminder to just be mindful of those portions. We probably don't need as much as sometimes our eyes think we need. And number 9, tracking, preaching to the choir here. Track, because it's so easy to lose track and not realize how our calories or points, if you're doing Weight Watchers, whatever, are adding up. They can quickly get out of hand. Number 10 is choices. And this is a great thing to consider alternatives. Like sometimes when I'll make chili, instead of using sour cream as a topping, I'll use the plain Greek yogurt, the non-fat yogurt. Just think of what can you substitute, and be mindful of healthy choices. But, I am a proponent of grace. So allow yourself to have a little treats. Sometimes, I know when I used to go to the Weight Watcher meeting, some people would talk about how on Thanksgiving or Christmas, the main holidays, they allow themselves to eat regular like everybody else, but then the next day they're just back on track. And, that's totally up to you guys, how you want to do that. But enjoy life, but, everything in balance, moderation, and making those healthy choices. And number 11, meal planning. So important. Failure to plan is planning to fail, right? So yes, meal planning, always having an idea of what you might be making for dinner, hopefully before 5 o'clock. I'm very happy to report we are having leftovers tonight. So last night I put chicken and onions and carrots, garlic, and potatoes in the Instant Pot. And it turned out really nice. That was really good. I just put just a tiny bit of the red pepper flakes in there, along with some Montreal steak seasoning, which that sounds a little different, but it was really good. Really good. So meal planning. Number 12, lastly, is lifestyle. If it is not a lifestyle, it is nothing, because we all know that diets, they're strict usually because the intention is for rapid weight loss. But that's not healthy, first of all, but also it's not sustainable. So from the very outset, I knew that in order to lose 103 pounds and to keep it off, it would have to be something I did for the rest of my life, because it makes sense, right? The minute you stop doing whatever it is you're doing to lose weight, the pounds are going to come back. It's not some magic formula. It is based on our habits. So, and in that regard, I would encourage you, especially this time of year, don't drink your calories. Save your calories for food that really you get that satisfaction with chewing. So yeah, I've had to not go to Starbucks. I was on a pumpkin spice latte kick there for a little bit, kind of post-vacation mode. But yeah, we had to cut that off. No more coffee, only at home. But yeah, so I hope that these little keys have been helpful for you guys. Definitely, I am still on the straight and narrow path, but giving myself a little grace during this busy season, but trying to just maintain my focus as much as I can, but also realizing that I am human. I am not Wonder Woman, despite how much I would like to have superpowers. So I hope you guys have a blessed week. Let me know in the comments below, how are you guys doing? And I won't be doing a video next Wednesday because, of course, it is right before Thanksgiving and we will have company. So I will take this time to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope that we will all take a few moments to just count our many, many blessings. It has been a difficult year, but we all still have so much to be grateful for. And I certainly am grateful for you guys and grateful for so much. And I just thank God for his many blessings in my life. So until next time, I will see you soon. Take care.